Welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage. Today we're going to be having a look at Bitcoin. Let's get into the price action and see what's going on. Primarily what we're still looking for here is that potential of this as an A, a B, and a C to the downside. We're still looking for that possibility of coming back down towards the zone of this 25,943 at a 1-to-1. This would also tie in with a 0.382 retracement, which would bring us up here towards this 25,964 area. We do also have this lower range here of this 50%, which is towards this 24,594, which could be quite an interesting zone and could actually lead to us coming back into this channel line. So with this said and done, what we want to see here is continuation with this move to the downside if this is the case, because we'd be looking for a C wave and a 5-wave move. Now, what we have here is a 3-wave move so far to the downside. What we need to do is actually form an additional 4th and a 5th wave here for a 5-wave move completed. Now, obviously, we'd also need to be cautious that there is an extension here. If we just get a 3-wave move back to the upside and we actually fail to take this high, it could be that we actually have more structure here to develop to the downside in this C wave. It is also possible because of the fact that we have this as a 3-wave move here so far. What we could get is a bigger 3-wave move to the upside, and we could end up forming something like a diagonal here, and then basically forming a contracting wedge shape to the downside, looking for this as a diagonal to complete the C. So this is one of the other possibilities that's still open here. We need to see how this plays out, and we'll go from there. Now, we were talking about a couple of things as well. We're talking about that possibility of still being in a triangle. So this actually hasn't invalidated because we didn't come down lower than this B wave low here, which was actually at this 27,235. So for as long as we remain above this, we need to be cautious because all we have here is a 3-wave move to the downside like this, A, B, and C. Now, if we start to break back to the upside in a bigger way and we actually cross this this low here of this 28,300, this would invalidate the idea of this being a 1, 2, 3, looking for a 4th and a 5th wave. Now, if we do that, it doesn't invalidate that idea of a diagonal. That would only come by crossing this C wave high that we have here, which would actually be this 29,820. It is also possible this could be A, B, C, D, E, and then we're actually starting to break down from there. So there's a couple of ways of reading this. We need to see the reaction we want here. Once we start to take out these lows, particularly this B wave low here, this invalidates some of the triangle possibilities. Now, if we do actually take this low and we do look to reverse here, what we need to be cautious of is we could still see something play out in this manner where we actually look at this as a W wave, this is an X wave into here, and what we could be forming is actually a flat correction for this as a C wave. Now, what we would want to see here is we wouldn't want to really see an additional 4th and a 5th here. We'd want to see this basically look to turn around from this point. And what we'd want to see is starting to develop 5-wave structure to the upside. So the target zone for this as a C wave would actually be back up here towards this 30,770 to this 29,902. Now, if this is the case, and actually we do have this B wave low in place here, what we'd want to do is actually maintain this low of this 27,264, and we'd want to start to see this actually looking to progress to the upside here in a bigger 5-wave structure to start this move off. Now, what we'd be looking for there is the potential to actually see a move up towards this zone here, which would be this 28,239. So that would be the primary thing I want to see here. I would want to see us hold support above this level, and then we'd want to see, a bigger 3rd wave up into this zone, a 4th and a 5th, to get a 5-wave move off this low. Once we have a 5-wave move off this low, what we could then get is, like I said, a 3-wave move, and then another 5-wave move, which actually looks to bring us into this zone here, this 28,900 to this 28,818, which would be where we'd need to be careful for that possibility of this actually being an E wave, where we had looking for just one more 3-wave move, and then we look to break down. So this is going to be a key zone as well. If we do move here into this area, obviously we have the center channel line that here as well. So there's a few zones, that we've got some resistance here. So we're going to have to keep an eye on it. But if this is just going to become a 3-wave move to the upside, this could then indicate that we have further downside to actually play out here after this point. Now, what we could also get here is we get a 5-wave structure up three-wave move down, and then we get a bigger break to the upside, and actually look for a higher zone here for this wave 3, then a 4, then a 5, which could actually look to bring us up into the zone. So that 1-to-1 is still actually sitting here at this 30,619, but we do have some of these levels lower down here. This 29,909 would actually tie in with coming back into these highs. Then the 1382 up here would be this 30,231. And then actually higher up here, we have the 1.618, which would be this 30,770. Now this would kind of tie in towards coming up towards this, this 1-to-1 level that we have up here. So this would be what we need to be careful of still. There is potential we could see a little bit of a bounce here to the upside, and look for this as an E-wave, or alternatively still looking for that possibility of forming a 5-wave structure to the upside here, looking to revisit this zone. So this would then mean that what we'd have is still looking for this as a B wave, but that it was just incomplete, and then we'd look to drop down from that point. So this is what we need to just be careful of. As long as we actually continue to hold this low, we could start to see a little bit of a reversal to the upside. Now, if we are looking for that direct push to the downside, what we were talking about was actually coming down lower here. Now, we've come down here, but we haven't actually managed to reach that 1.618. This is why I'm just being a little bit cautious of that idea that we could actually see a reversal to the upside. Now, we have actually maintained that low as well, and what we'd be looking for here is whether this wave 3 just hasn't achieved 1.618. We're going to get a wave 4 to the upside, and then we're going to get an additional wave to the downside, something like this. In which case, if we had to come back into that previous 4th wave area, what we could actually see is, I'm going to go up into this 50%, and what we could then see is actually a move potentially down towards this 27k, to this 26,711. So this would be looking at the possibility that this is actually 1, 2, 3, looking for a 4th and then a 5th. Now, invalidation of this comes by crossing above this 28,304. So this would be looking at a simple impulse here. Now, that is still a possibility that we could have this as a 4th and a 5th, and we come down one more time here, and then we'd have to watch this move to the upside. A 3-wave move to the upside that fails to take this high could indicate that we have further extension to downside to come in. But this could also, technically speaking, complete that corrective move, and then we could actually look to move up and break back above this B wave, in which case what we would then have is confirmation that we have a 3-wave move down A, B, and C. So this would be the key. What we want to see, if this is a low that comes in here, is actually a move back above these highs, and then actually looking to take out the beginning of this move as well, which is sitting here at this 31,000 zone. So we need to get back above that, to look for that continuation. But we need to keep an eye on this structure, because it is getting a little bit choppy within here. So we need to just be a little bit aware that there are some options here which give us that potential to bounce to the upside. Now, it is always possible we could always still have something like this as a 1-2. This could then additionally form a 1-2. So it's going to be key if we're looking for upside to get back above these highs. Alternatively, like we said, we could be looking for that diagonal there. What we need to just be cautious of is, because of how choppy the structure is, we talked about this a while back, we could have this as A, B, C, D, and E, and actually what we have is 1, 2, and then we could actually look to form an additional structure here as a 3rd wave to the downside. Now, what we were talking about for that was actually a deeper push to the downside, looking for this zone of this 26,227. So if we do start to break down deeper here, need to just be careful that we don't have a series of 1s and 2s in here, which could actually look to push us down much deeper than that zone we were initially anticipating, and could actually mean that we get a push down even as deep as this zone here, which we were talking about here, this 25,200 level, looking to come back test this area, and also looking to come back into the channel. So this is what we need to be careful of. We've got potential here that we could have a bit of a bounce, but really, as long as we stay below this 28,165, I would be looking for that continuation here to complete a 5-wave move. If we fail to maintain this zone and we actually overlap this wave 1, then the next thing we'd be looking for is whether we actually get a push up past the beginning of this move, which is here at this 29,155. Now, if we break back above this, I would then shift my count to be looking at that possibility of actually forming that C wave and that flat correction, and that could then mean that we're just not completed, and we've got an additional leg to the upside here as a B wave, looking to complete this first and then looking to break down. So there is a little bit of a potential here for a bounce to the upside. Need to keep an eye on this. As long as it's low holds and we start to set higher lows and higher highs, we need to be cautious of that impulsive trigger area, looking to actually extend out as a 5-wave move. If we do get this move up and it's only 3 waves, we come into the center line here, start to reject, then the bigger triangle idea would still be in play. But if we start to form a bigger 5-wave move here, this would be the target zone we're looking for, this 30,770 to this 29,902 area. So that'll be just something we need to keep an eye out here if we do actually look to reverse to the upside. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I want to say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please smash the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description, you'll find links to Discord. Come check it out. It is free to join. As well as that, you'll find affiliate links for both Primaries BT and BYBIT down there, both great exchanges we use on a regular basis. Check them out if you don't have an account. Using an affiliate link does help support the channel, and we do appreciate it. Everyone have a great day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.